Yes, so guys, it is Wyld here, and I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to be going over every single Glock-18 in the game and ranking them based off value for money, all the way from S tier down to D tier. If you enjoy these types of tier list videos, make sure to leave a like on them and subscribe with notice on so you never miss a video. But yeah, starting off, guys, we have the Glock-18 Axia, which is one of my favorite Glocks in the game. It looks beautiful, but guys, a fat new one like this will set you back around about $78 now, so yeah, kind of expensive. You could get one in minware for like $46, but for now, I'm going to put this in like B tier. And before I have anyone in the comments going crazy about like, why am I putting this in B? Like, actually, it's an A tier. Remember, guys, all of these rankings are comparative. So there are quite a lot of Glocks that you can get for under $46, which may not look as good, but they're better value for money, if that makes sense. I mean, yeah, you guys will get it as I go on with the video. Next up, guys, we got the Glock-18, which I actually think is such a sick Glock. The only thing I kind of don't like is maybe the colors, but just the creativity behind the design. I think it's awesome. Another thing that's awesome, guys, is the price. This is fac new, and it goes for $1.83. And I get it, some people will sit there and go, it's $1.83 because it's trash. Which, like, I mean, maybe, like, that's got some parts probably, like, it's not a juicer. It's also only purple rarity. I mean, guys, you can also get it in, like, field tested for, like, 48 cents. So this either deserves, like, top of A, if not low S, in my opinion. Probably low S, just because of how cheap it is. But yeah, next, guys, we got the Glock-18 Blue Fisher, and I think I said this in the previous tier list I did, just like the overall Glock tier list. I'm not a huge fan of this, even though I like the color blue. It's just not, like, that amazing of a skin. And also, in factory new, it's over $16. Now, one thing I will say is this is minimal wear, like mid-minimal wear, and it really, like, okay, it's got some, like, blue cracks here, which kind of look cool, actually. And this is only $1.40. So it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it just makes me think, like, the Axia being this high up, it's just kind of too expensive, guys. Like, there's a lot more cheaper Glocks. So, actually, yeah, Axia's going down to C tier, and I'll put this in B tier, mainly because of the fact that you can get it for so much cheaper in minimal wear. But, yeah, fac new is definitely not good value for money. Then, guys, we have the Glock-18 Brass, which I actually really like, guys. I don't know if I'm just weird for this, but I mean, it's pretty much like a gold Glock. I get it, though, like, when it's kind of in, like not the best lighting, it can look a bit kind of grubby. But I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if you're rocking, like, a gold arabesque with one of these, then, like, it actually looks pretty sick. Now, the problem is, though, if we look up here, guys, it's part of the dust collection, meaning it's kind of old. Now, you can get it in minimal wear, which, I mean, when it's in the dark, it looks a bit more grubby, but, like, it's kind of similar. Okay, yeah, looking at well worn in the dark, it is super grubby, but, I mean, I don't know. If you catch in the lighting, as I say, I really don't think it's that bad. Well worn, it's just under $10, but yeah, in reality, you're going to spend probably at least, like, $28 on a minwear one if you don't want it to look super dark, so I'll put it, like, C tier. I still think it's pretty good. Then, guys, next up, we got the Bullet Queen, which looks really crisp in factory new, but it's also $56 in fact new. Whereas in field tested, I mean, okay, yes, we got some, like, scrape here, but honestly, like, it's defo usable, and it's literally just under $5. So almost 10 times cheaper than in fact new, and definitely not 10 times worse. So yeah, for me, I mean, if we look out of all of these so far, I would say because the Glock-18 is so cheap, it just about stays in S tier. The Bullet Queen, honestly, I mean, there's arguments that it could be S tier as well, but I think A tier seems fair. Okay, guys, but this bad boy is insane. This is the Glock-18 Bunsen burner, and maybe I'm just biased because I like the color blue, but I know this isn't twinkly, but it kind of looks like, just, you know, bear with me, it kind of looks like the Twilight Galaxies, sort of. Obviously not because it's not as shiny, but it defo doesn't look bad, and me personally, I really like this blue flame design. And in factory new, guys, this is $1.58. That is it. And I mean, obviously, it's because it's a blue, so it's not like a rare skin, but I think the value you get out of it, I don't know. Personally, I really like it. And yeah, for me so far, this is defo top of S tier. But before we look at any more Glocks, I need to tell you about today's video sponsor, which is Skins Monkey, the safe, automated, easy-to-use CS2 trading site that gives you an insane 35% deposit bonus and using code WYLD. Also, by using the code, you can claim up to a $5 free bonus on your first $100 trade. And don't worry, there are a ton of deposit methods, so it's super easy to load up. And using the filters, you can find some skins that are just right for you and trade away any of your old skins that you're bored of. But yeah, let's get back to the video. Next, guys, we got the Candy Apple, and yeah, what a clean Glock this is. Like, if you're going for a red loadout, you've got to go with this pretty much. Now, in fact, new, one of these will set you back around $2.50, which is a really good price for a red Glock, in my opinion. Now, obviously, souvenir is like ridiculously expensive, but yeah, we're not going to be basing it off of that. Now, it is a bit more expensive than the Bunsen burner, so I still think, guys, easily it's S tier, but just the Bunsen burner is slightly better value for money. Then, guys, next up, we got the Catacombs, which is another really, really good value Glock. In total, in fact, new, it's around 56 cents, and even cheaper in obviously like minware, field tested, etc. But is it better than the Candy Apple and the Bunsen burner? I'm not sure if I'd put it above. I do still think it's really, really good, and obviously because of its price, I'm going to be putting it in S tier. There is arguments to be made that it's maybe better than the Candy Apple because of its price, but now I think honestly, if you're going for a red loadout like the Candy Apple, it's just such a good value for money. So yeah, it's still S tier, guys. Really good value for money. Now, guys, we got another banging value for money skin, being the Glock-18 clear polymer. I said it in my overall Glock tier list, but I really like the idea behind the design of this skin. And yeah, you can also do some nice crafts on it. I would say this deserves S tier again. Like, honestly, like, it's really good. It could maybe go that side, but it's kind of difficult, honestly. I'll just put it there in S tier for now. Next up, guys, we got the Coral Bloom, which is one of the new Glocks in the game. And I really like this Glock personally. Like, I think the design looks super, super nice. In fact, no, it's just under $5. However, this is it in minimal wear, and to be honest, guys, like, this pretty much looks fact new. So yeah, I mean, in min wear, it's just under $3. I'm not going to put it in S tier, but I'll put it top of A. Oh god, guys, now we've got the Glock-18 Death Rattle, and to be honest, like, this is cheap. It's 14 cents, guys, in minimal wear, which is the best wear that you can get it in. But like, I mean, yeah, it's 14 cents for a reason, guys. This is just an absolute stinker. Like, this is where these videos get really hard ranking wise, because to be fair, it is a really good value skin. Like, it's just cheap, but I still think like the best I could probably put it is B tier, because like the price like is like an S tier price range. Like, if any skin is that cheap, it's like S tier price wise, but design wise, I think it's D tier. So I'd say that kind of like averages out the B tier. Then, guys, next up, we got the Glock-18 Dragon Tattoo, and I love how clean this skin looks, but I don't like its price tag now. In fact, new, one of these will set you back just over $100, and a minwear one is $99.99, so pretty much $100 as well. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be honest, like, there's just no way I can't be putting this in D tier. Like, so far, it's the only Glock that's touched the £100 mark, unless we're talking about like some souvenirs, but just to get like the cheapest one is, oh, okay, $99.99. Like, it has to be D tier. And guys, if you thought $100 was bad, for the Glock-18 Fade, a factory new one will set you back $1,539, which actually is slightly cheaper than minwear. I mean, they're pretty much the same price, but yeah, it's such a nice skin. It's obviously super rare, but it's terrible value for money, guys. Like, if you're buying one of these and you're trying to like get the best bang for your buck, like, bro, I don't know what you're doing. You can get like a juicer glove knife combo, and instead you're just getting a Glock. Like, that's just crazy. So yeah, D tier, and it probably will stay at the bottom of D tier. Then, guys, we got the Franklin Glock-18, and it's all right. It's nice and clean. In fact, no, it's just under $60. However, you could get it in minimal wear. Yes, okay, there's a bit of like scrape here, but honestly, it's still decent, and it's around about $45. So it still is expensive. I would say it's like just under the Axia. Price-wise, they're kind of similar, but I do think the Axia is just quite a bit better. Next, though, guys, we have some juicer skins, being the Gamma Doppler Glocks, and starting off with the Emerald. These nowadays are pretty expensive. Now, in fact, new like this, one of these will set you back around $700 now. But guys, look, even in FACNU, like, unless you get a really low float FACNU, you have this scrape at the front. If we look here, this is a field tested one, and yes, there are some kind of scrapes here, but it's still pretty minimal. Like, if you're just holding it normally like you would in a game, the only thing that's bad is the back bit. So, like, I don't know, like, you could get it in minwear, which does kind of cover the back up a bit. So yeah, if we're talking about like minwear value for money wise, this is just over $300. And I mean, guys, it is just so nice. So like, I almost want to put it above the Dragon Tattoo. However, guys, it is 3 times the price. I do think there would be some people who would say like there's an argument for it to be like top just because of how sick Emerald skins look. But yeah, I actually just, it's sad, but I can't, guys. It's 3 times the price. Is it 3 times better? Maybe in some people's opinion, but I just think like value for money wise, it's still super expensive. And I mean, we'll get onto it in a sec, but yeah, one of the other Gamma Dopplers I think is even better value for money. So yeah, guys, now we have the Phase 1 Gamma Doppler, and this is again minwear, so there are some scrapes here. Obviously, you could try and get one that's like a better float. This is just a cheap one that's up now, 0.14, and it goes for like $82. And honestly, like, yeah, the Gamma Doppler finishes on CS2, they look insane. Like, the colors are crazy good. But still, though, guys, it's very close to being the same price as the dragon tattoo. We could possibly put it like bottom of C tier, but it is almost going into D tier. But then, guys, next up, we've got the Gamma Doppler Phase 2, and this is what I was talking about, guys. Like, this, value for money-wise, I think is really good, because it's very close to looking like the Emerald, and it's just such a consistent green color. Now, it is a slight bit more expensive than Phase 1. It's around $90 for a Minware one like this. But yeah, I'm not even being funny. Like, maybe we do move this down to D tier, and then we put this as like a C tier value for money, because it's still expensive, but I think out of all the Gamma Dopplers, it's probably the best value for money one. We've then got the Phase 3 Gamma Doppler, which is around $78. So again, it's nice, but there is a bit of variation in color here. Maybe you like that, maybe you don't. I don't know. I'd probably just put it like around here, like D tier as well. But of course, the top of D. And then yeah, Phase 4 is $76. I actually think this is better than Phase 3, or at least that example that I was looking at was. So yeah, you know what? I'll put it there at the top of D tier. But like, I mean, guys, unfortunately, like, yes, as cool as Gamma Dopplers are, they are just very expensive. So compared to some of these, which are literally worth like $1 or just over $1, like it's hard to like say that they're good value for money. But of course, if you have the money to buy them and you want to go get one, go for it. They're insane. Then, guys, now we have the Glock-18 Glockingbird, which I don't really like. I'm not a huge fan of this as it is. This is also a super low float factory new one. Like, I'm just looking at the first one that I found that's like the cheapest one at the moment, which is $28. And as you can see, unless you get a super low float one, it has these scrapes on the top. So honestly, this is an absolute stinker of a skin. Yeah, like, I'm not even kidding, guys. I'm going to put this in D tier. It's so not worth it. Then, guys, next up, we got the Glock-18 Gold Tooth, which I think is such a sick design. Now, this is fac new, so obviously it's really, really nice. Now, one of these will set you back around about $49. But if you don't mind, like, I mean, these are very minimal scrapes. This is a 0.11, so it's like minimal wear, and I think this is passable, guys. And this is just over $16, so value for money wise, that becomes a lot better. And if I'm being honest, guys, I think that makes it creep into B tier. And I mean, yeah, it's just better than these. I know these are like value wise, they're a lot cheaper, but like they're just trash, Loki. Yeah, I think top of B, that's fair. Then, guys, we have the green line Glock, which I think looks really, really good. Now, in fact, new, it's just under $4, but you can get it in Minware for just under $1. And I mean, yes, it adds some like tiny little scrapes here, but overall, I think it's a really good value for money Glock. And yeah, if I'm being honest, guys, I'd probably put it up in S tier. Actually, now maybe it's just under the catacombs, but like it's still a really, really good value for money skin. Then, guys, we have the Glock-18 Grinder, which I said this in like the original tier list, but this is pattern based. You can get a really cool like dark pattern one. Obviously, though, you have to overpay for it. Now, it is cheap, coming in at just under $2, even in fact new. But again, if you want like a decent pattern based one, you have to overpay. So I'll put it like bottom of A tier. Then, guys, we got the Glock-18 Dog Water, as I like to call it. And yeah, it's just, I really don't like the color. Also, the price tag, guys, because it's part of the Mirage collection, it's literally $70 or just over $70 for fac new. Like, what the hell? You can get it for just under $20 in Minware, but I really don't care. This is honestly going in D tier. Like, obviously, like, again, people are going to sit there and be like, wait a sec, but these are just over $70 and this is under and this is above. Like, I don't know. It's difficult though, guys, because let's be honest, you'd probably get a Minware one if you wanted to get one, which is quite a bit cheaper than these. Nah, you know what? Actually, screw it, guys. Yeah, I'll put it here in D tier. I'll even put this above it. It's just trash. Yeah, guys, it's actually going there. It's going third last in D tier. Then, guys, we got the Glock-18 High Beam, which looks pretty decent, and it is also pattern-based. In fact, one of these will only cost you 15 cents, so like, bruh, that is super cheap. I just can't not put it top of S tier at the moment. We then have the Ironwork, which, I mean, it's really, really nice to be fair. Now, in fact, it's around $1.50, but you can get a Minware one, which still looks absolutely fine, and is only 20 cents. So yeah, I'm going to put this just above the catacombs. Like, it's a really good value for money Glock. But then, guys, we have the Moonrise, an absolute juicer Glock. I love it. I love the color purple. It's just under $1.50 in fact new. You can also get it for around 69 cents in Minware if you want to save a little bit extra money. And it's also pattern based. Like, it's just so good, guys. For me, like, I almost want to put this top of S tier, but at the same time, the High Beam is literally so cheap that, I don't know though, because low-key, like, I think the patterns are a bit more expensive sometimes for the High Beam. I don't know, these are like interchangeable, guys. They're both, like, in my opinion, the best value for money Glocks. So good. Bro, S tier is so full. Maybe we do move the Glock-18 down to top A. Like, it's just getting a bit full. Then, guys, we got the Glock-18 Neo Noir, and Jesus, man. One of these, in fact, is $129 now. Like, that is crazy expensive. But it's also part of the Broken Fang collection, so that is one of the reasons. Now, you can get it in field tested, and I still think this is passable, and it's just under $13. Where am I going to put it? Well, I mean, it's a bit cheaper than the Gold Tooth, so I'll put it there in B tier. Then, guys, we got the Glock-18 Knight, which, in fact, new is like $46, or you can get it in minimal wear for $2.99. So I would just get it Minware. It still looks fine. And yeah, I'd probably put it like around mid-A. Then guys, we got the Nuclear Garden Glock, which, I mean, in fact, it still has this little scrape, but yeah, it's a decent looking Glock. However, I would say just get like a field tested one because it pretty much looks the same and it's only 65 cents. So yeah, I mean, this has got to be somewhere around about like here-ish, maybe here in S tier. And you know what? Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to move the clear polymer down and I might move this up just so that it like levels out a bit more. Then guys, we have the Glock-18 Ocean Topo, and wow, guys, this looks really, really nice. And I didn't even realize, but in fact, no, it's only 65 cents. Wow, this is, yeah, a banger skin. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm going to put it like here in S tier because a bit like how the Bunsen burner and the candy pop, these aren't pattern based. I don't think this is either. And I mean, okay, like, yes, it has patterns over it. You can get different patterns, but it's not like the star pattern, for example, or the high beam, which has like loads of beams on it. So yeah, I really want to do this, guys. But yeah, these are the top 3 for now. We've then got another really good value for money skin being the Glock-18 Off-World. In fact, no, it's only 59 cents. But yeah, you can get this one min-wear for 14 cents. So design-wise, I'm not like crazy about it, but I would probably put it around here in S tier. Then guys, we got the Oxide Blaze, and jeez, man, I thought this was like, I thought I'd accidentally picked the wrong wear. This is fact new, apparently. It's only 38 cents, and you can get it cheaper in like all the other wares, but I honestly just can't put it like more than like bottom of A. Like, it's so cheap, and like it is kind of okay and kind of cool, but I mean, I almost want to put it here in B tier just because honestly, it kind of fits in the same like pot as these. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I really am not a fan of it. Then guys, we got the pink DD Pat, which in fact new is $83, but you could get one in field tested and also for $59. However, you can also get a souvenir field tested one, which is only $1.59, and then just scrape the stickers off so it looks like this. So like, let's just go off the souvenir prices. If this is $1.59, I actually think that's pretty good value for money. Now, if you've watched my videos though, guys, I'm really not a huge fan of like DD Pat skins. So hey guys, I know some of you might sit there and go, oh, it's S tier, it's S tier. For me, it's not S tier. I'm sorry, it's just not. But I'll give it top of A tier. You know, I'll be nice. If you get it, souvenir field tested, scrape the stickers, it's actually not that bad. So yeah, top of A tier, I think I'm being pretty nice. Then we've got Ramesses Reach, and yeah, this is a really cool looking Glock. I really like the design. It's $15.75 though, in fact new, but you can get it in field tested for just under $4, and it really doesn't, like, I think this is fine. This, yeah, it really doesn't affect it that much. Yes, okay, it's got some scrapes, but I don't know. I still think it's decent. Yeah, for now, I'll give it top of B tier. We've then got the Glock-18 Reactor, which you can get for $13 in fact new like this, or you can get it in field tested for just over $5. Now, this is a pattern-based skin, and you can get some really cool patterns, but again, if this is value for money and we're just going off of like regular prices, I think, yeah, it probably makes sense to be around about here in B tier. Next up, guys, we got the Glock-18 Red Tire, and yes, this is another pattern-based skin, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. In fact, no, it's just over $3. And then, yeah, okay, yeah, Minway looks cooked. Yeah, this is going like bottom of B tier. It's trash. Now, here we have the Glock-18 Royal Legion, which in fact new is just under $9 and looks super, super clean. But in field tested, I still think it's passable. And yeah, this is like mid-field tested as well, so you could get it a bit more clean, and it's just under $2. So yeah, I'd say this is around about like second in A tier. Actually, maybe just under the clear polymer. Next up, guys, we've got the Glock-18 Sacrifice, and I think this is such a cool skin just because, you know, it's obviously to do with the whole Olafmeister defuse thing. This is the graffiti, which we don't have anymore. So it's cool how it's like, you know, embodied on a skin. Also, in fact, it's only 90 cents. I would say it's not S tier, because I don't actually think like as a skin it's that cool. I think if the colors were maybe more vibrant, I'd like it more, but top of A tier, I think that's fair. Okay, we then have the Glock-18 Sand Dune, which literally, in fact, it was $156, guys. Then in Minware, it's 25 bucks, and it's maybe just passable, but no, I'm sorry. This is just like the groundwater pretty much. So yeah, I'm just going to put it with the groundwater. It's not good value for money. I don't know. Maybe I was being harsh, guys. I'll probably like put it here because honestly, this one here, you need to get it in like low factu. So it just makes it trash. Then guys, next we got the Glock-18 Shinobu, an absolute juicer of a skin. Now in fact new, it's just over 20 bucks, but you can get it in field tested for just over $3. And I think it looks really, really good like this. Or you could get a battle scarred one if you kind of like this look to it. And it's around $2.50, but I don't know. I think this is a bit too scraped for my liking. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to move this down to top of A, and I'm going to put this as bottom S because, honestly, I think it does deserve to be S tier. It's so, so good. And, like, even if it's just over $3, like, that is still really good, like, value. Okay, it's not as cheap as some of these other skins, but, like, design-wise, out of a lot of these, it's one of my favorites. So that's why I guess S tier. Then, guys, we have the Glock-18 Snack Attack, a Glock that I just never really liked the look of. Now, you could get it in field tested, and, yeah, I mean, this looks all right, I guess. But, yeah, it's still, like, $6.66. So I'll put it, like, here in B tier. Next up, guys, we got the Glock-18 Steel Disruption, which, you know, it's actually not that bad. It's quite nice and shiny, as you can see, but as I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of the whole DD pat thing, but nah, this one, because it's shiny, it definitely gets extra points for that. Also, in fact, new, it's only $3.90, minware $2.60, so when it comes to the tier list, I probably would put it in A tier, around about here. Okay, guys, now we've got the Glock-18 Synth Leaf, and it's just actually crazy. This skin is $472 now, in fact, new. Like, bro, I remember when these were like 20 bucks, I swear. Like, when the operation was out, these were cheap as anything. It's just crazy with, like, how expensive the Wyld Lotus has got, guys. Like, it's just forced this skin to now be worth so much because of trade-ups. But, I mean, yeah, guys, it's got to be second bottom in D tier. Oh, God, guys. Now we've got the Teal Graph, which is cheap, but I don't care, guys. It's going, like, here in B tier. Then, guys, we've got the Twilight Galaxies, which is such a juice of a skin, man. Like, look how good it is. But the price tag is not very good, guys. It's $318 now. In fact, new, like, what? Again, another skin I remember being 20 bucks. Like, man, if I could just go back in a time machine and buy a bunch of these $20 skins, like, I could have freaking, like, 15x my money or more. But, yeah, anyway, you could get a minware one for around about $162, so that is a nice bit cheaper, but it still is crazy expensive, so it's got to go, like, here in D tier, unfortunately. Next, guys, we've got the Umbral Rabbit, which design-wise, I think looks sick. The only thing is the colors that I'm not a huge fan of, but the price tag is just over $1, in fact, new. Then in minware, it's 45 cents. So yeah, honestly, like, price-wise, that is so good. And I do think, like, that probably takes it into the S tier. Now, guys, we got the Glock-18 Vogue, and this is a field-tested one, just because I thought it's just quicker to just show you field-tested, because this is just under $2, guys, and looks absolutely fine. So you know what, actually, I'm going to move... I kind of want to keep the Shinobu in S tier just because it's so nice. I'm going to move this down to top A, and then I'm going to put the Vogue as, like, bottom of S tier, because it's so good, and value for money wise, I think it deserves S tier. I know this is, like, cheaper, but it is just better, like, let's just be honest. Next up, guys, we got the Glock-18 Warhawk, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like, it's not a bad design, but what I do like is the price, guys. In fact, no, this is 64 cents. You could also get it in minware for literally 20 cents. Oh, this is so difficult, guys. You know what? I'm going to put it top of A tier. I'm just going to put it... Actually, I feel like the design on this is cooler, though. So, yeah, something like that. I think that's fair. Now, the Wasteland Rebel, this is field-tested, but I kind of feel like it doesn't matter if you get a lower wear on this, because it's kind of like a bit, like, grungy anyway, if that makes sense. And, yeah, this is just under $3. So, yeah, instantly, I'm thinking this is probably, like, mid of A, around about here. Actually, nah, maybe a bit lower. Probably around about here. I'm also going to move the Knight down to B tier, because I just want to keep the Bullet Queen there. I think the design is sick. Next up, guys, we got the Water Elemental, which, I mean, this is field tested, and it looks absolutely fine. I mean, apart from some of the scrapes here. But, like, you could just get a minware one. Like, this is mid-minware, but you could get an even lower one, so it would look a bit more clean. And that would set you back around about $6.50. Okay, and also, I'm just thinking, guys, we haven't got many more Glocks left. I'm going to move all of these, like, trash ones, which I just don't really recommend. Like, yes, they're cheap, but I just don't like them. Because, like, if we do that, then suddenly B tier has a lot more space. And then, yeah, maybe we move some stuff down to top B. And then the Water Elemental would probably go around, like, mid-ish B here. I also think, like, yeah, the Vogue and probably also the Shinobu, just because of the price, probably has to come back down. Yeah, I think this list, like, just levels out a lot nicer. Then, guys, we've got the Glock-18 Weasel, which in fact new costs around $2.40. Or alternatively, in minware, you can get it for 63 cents, which, I mean, yeah, I think you probably should if you're looking for value for money. And then, yeah, I'd probably put the Weasel around about mid-A tier. Then for the second last Glock, we got the Winterized, which is cheap, like it's 20 cents for fact new, but I really don't like it. So yeah, it's one of these ones. I mean, it's probably better than these. Like, just, it's a bit more clean. Bottom B at best. I don't like it. Then, guys, we got the Glock-18 Wraiths, which in fact new is only $1, and it's got these really cool colored sights, which you can do some sticker crafts with. Or you can get it in minware, which, I mean, bro, this literally looks the same. It doesn't even have the scrape at the front. So yeah, this is actually a really good value for money Glock. I would argue this is probably like mid S tier, and yeah, that is all the Glocks done, guys. Let me know what you think about this list and what you agree with or disagree with down in the comments. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it, and if you're still here at the end, drop a fire emoji down in the comments so I know who the real ones are. Again, massive thanks to Skins Monkey for sponsoring the video. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it.